Hello everyone and welcome back to Cubrate AI. I'm Sharveri and I work as DevRel at Cubrate AI. In today's video, I'll show you how you can use Coencoder Plus model on Cubrate AI platform to generate more accurate and structured code. So if you're a developer who is working on production ready features or a backend system or a slightly complex logic, this video is for you. So make sure that you watch till the end. So before we jump in, let me quickly explain what Kuberate AI is. So Kuberate AI is a GPU infrastructure platform that lets you run, test, and deploy open source AI models at scale without managing any GPUs by yourself. To get started, you can start simply by adding some credits to your account, and on your first top up, you'll receive some free bonus credits which are enough to run inference for up to 4 million tokens depending on the model which you are using. So once you are set up, you can start experimenting right away. So let's go ahead and log in into our account. So if you don't already have an account, you can go ahead and click on create account and create a new Kubernetes account for yourself. So when you log in, you'll arrive at this models page over here. And for today's video, we are going to see code model. So as you can see, we have different use cases present over here. You can check models according to your use case or start by searching over here in the search box. For today's video, we are going to see Coencoder Plus model. So you can see an overview of this model over here, then API deployment over here, then some technicalities, architecture, model size, parameters, and if you're happy with this, you can try this out in our playground as well. So in our playground, you can see we have different use cases. We have text, code, image, audio, video, Vision, OCR, and for each use case, Kuberate recommends some suitable models over here. You can go ahead and try these models out as well in our playground. For today's video, we are going to see Quencoder Plus model over here. So this model is quite useful or like designed for a balanced performance, which combines with a good speed and a very high accuracy as well, and as well as some better reasoning too compared to the earlier model, that is the flash model. It is ideal for like a production ready code and structured backend logic and some moderately complexity task. So we'll try to give some prompts over here in the playground. Let's try giving uh, this prompt to build a REST API. So it has started giving us the output over here. So as you can see, the output which it is giving, it has created different functions for different tasks. That is find task, create task service, and the code looks more comprehensive and includes much more detailed description in the code. So this was the code which has been given by the model, and it has given a pretty really good code over here. It has also like included a 500 internal error as well as an error handler. So this is quite interesting that this code is quite detailed and comprehensive compared to the code which has given previously by the flash model. This code is quite good in terms of quality wise, but the output which it has, the speed of the output over here, let's see, the total time taken is 27.35 seconds, whereas the flash one took 13 point something seconds to generate the output. So it did took some time to generate the output, which but this is quite doable when you are working something on a balanced task where speed is not much important to you and the quality is much more important to you. So this gives us a very balanced um, model where you can implement it into a workflow. So let's start by giving it a one more prompt. I think the error handling part it has already done. So let's start by giving it a simple prompt saying that create a Python script for prime numbers. Okay, yep. Let's say to find prime numbers within the given range. Let's see how this works. This is a quite simple prompt which I have given. Let's see how this will work. So as you can see, the output has been generated and this is the script which it has given over here. It has given a function is prime function, then an odd divisor function, then find prime numbers in the range function and get the inputs from user function as well. So this is quite interesting that it has given each and everything and error handling as well, like try and accept part also it has given. So this is quite good. It handles edge cases as well. It handles special handling even in the only even prime number over here too. This it is also given that as well. So as you can see, it has given some really smooth output over here. Along with the output, it has also given us an example uses as well, and it also maintains some readability in this code, which is quite good. So the main difference behind these three models is the difference between like the Quen Flash model, Quen Plus model, and the Quen Next model is that Quen Flash model is speed focused model, so it is fastest and best for the quick task, whereas the Quen Coder Plus model it is more accurate and better structured code and handles moderately to complex tasks, which is a balanced model. So this Quen Coder Plus model is quite a balanced model over here. And then we have a very powerful model which is best for the complex system and deeper reasoning tasks, which is majorly useful for large code bases, and it is quite powerful model. That is Quen Coder Next model. So you can use the next model for more powerful complex tasks where you need uh, to where you can't compromise on quality but you can compromise on speed. So you can use Quen Coder Next for those kind of tasks. So choosing the right model will help you to improve code quality, reduce debugging effects, and also like optimize cost and performance. So you can choose based on how complex your task is and then choose the model which you want to implement. You can go ahead and tweak these configuration as well. Here we have model parameters, we have temperature, max tokens, top p. You can tweak these parameters according to your requirements, and once you're happy with this output you can copy this serverless input and implement it into your backend system or into any of your application. We support Python, Curl, JavaScript, and Go. And make sure that you replace this placeholder over here with the API key. To create an API key, click on Get API Key, click on Create API Key, enter your API key name such as test. You can set the expiration date as well for this key. If you don't want to set an expiration date, you can uncheck it and click on create an API key and your API key will be created. And also make sure that you keep this API key safely somewhere and also don't share it with anyone else. This API key will be shown to you only once. So make sure to store it safely once it is shown to you. And if you want to explore more, you can click on docs as well. In docs, you can see we have quick start where you can start by creating your own account. This will help you to create your own account as well. Then we have Quick Start API to create an API key. Then we have Model Quick Starts, where you can see we have different model quick start guides. We have chat models. We have Nemotron 3 Super over here. You can check this model as well. Then we have image models as well. We have P image over here. Then we have Z image turbo. Here, this model is an image model, so you can type in this prompt and generate such beautiful images according to your requirements. You can try these models out in our playground as well. So that's it for today. And if you ever feel stuck, you can join our Discord community or open a support ticket over there, or reach out to me directly on LinkedIn or a Discord. We are always happy to help you guys. And that's it for today. And if you're building any application that requires accurate or structured code generation, definitely give this model a try on Kubernetes AI platform. And don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. And let me know in the comments what are you building next. We are always happy to see. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.